So sure, the holidays are over, but gift-giving season is year-round, right? You always have someone's birthday, you have an anniversary coming up, or that special occasion. That's where leadingsavingsvault.shop comes in. They've got everything from keychains and sunglasses, furniture, gadgets, home decor, clothing, home electronics, jewelry, anything you'd need for any occasion. And from day one, their team keeps bringing together the finest materials for stunning design to create something special for you. All of their products are developed with a complete dedication to quality, durability, and functionality. And all of their products are backed with a 60-day money-back guarantee. So if you're not fully satisfied, just return it and get your money back. But don't wait. Head over to leadingsavingsvault.shop and get that product that you need for that special someone, or just treat yourself. So head on over to leadingsavingsvault.shop.
Welcome to the NXT Podcast, your home for weekly NXT reviews and insight.
The beautiful part of NXT is that when one dream ends, another dream begins.
Find all of your NXT news, recaps, and analysis right here. So with that being said, we only have one question for you.
Are you ready?
We thought so. Let's get the show started right now.
All right, everyone. This is Memphis Mark coming to you from Mullet Manor, and we're going to do the review for 227. Getting ready for Roadblock, and of course, eventually getting ready for Stand and Deliver before WrestleMania. And they start off with Dragunov. In there they've got the champ in an unusual kind of role there. The champ is calling out the challenger. So Dragunov comes in there with his kind of a comical way of doing things, and it may be just be the translation, but Melo comes out and he has his own security jump the rail, and you know how that is. They put the barrier up, and Melo does his little spat, and Dragunov does his, and he hits a couple of the security guys, but it's setting up a trend with his security guard, his Melo's personal staff. So not a bad little start, actually, to the show, and then from there, they go into Kiana Jordan going against Kiana James with Izzy Dane. And this was actually a surprisingly good match. Man, Miss Jordan has really, really come on. She, for a second, I was like, man, she's been watching some Rey Mysterio tape. Because she was pulling some Rey Mysterio-like moves off, and looked really good. Now, Miss James is Miss James. She is, she's ready for main roster. Got a great entrance. I love the helicopter entrance. The little, swagger she has. I think she is main roster ready. And now they've added a little protege with Izzy Dane, and Izzy Dane is a tall lady herself, so the match, good match, go back and watch match, man, and in the end, Izzy does a little something, and Kiana wins the match. But it's a good match. The show started off good opening match, and then we really noticed that Booker T is back. So yeah, I guess he's taking care of everything he needs to take care of. And they go from a little bout with a little talking with Booker T to the OC, the Good Brothers, Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. And they're going up against Anofi and Blade, man. And that's going to be a good match because you can't do a squash on that. The match is actually good. Anofi and Blade look really good. They hold their own, and the match is another one that I would go back and watch. Good show so far, but eventually, the Good Brothers, Carl and Luke, they put the magic killer on them, and it's a 1, 2, 3. But as I said, they held their own. But then all of a sudden, you've got the call out from Chase U. They come out, and then then you got Axiom and Frazier coming out, and they do a little shenanigans, I guess, for lack of better words. And they say, we're confronting you, not like you did the LWO. And then all of a sudden, you've got the LWO flying through the air with the greatest of ease, and and you've got Braun and Baron up in the top, the Wolf Dogs. They're kind of watching it. So interesting little deal there, and you're going to have a little confrontation in the GM's office. Ava, the GM. With Obafini and Dragunov. So interesting little kind of stare off, I guess you could say, so not bad at all. Let's see. Oh, of course, they did have a little bit of the Roxanne and Miss Jackson, Jakar Jackson. They had a little spat. They kind of went over it from last week, which is going to lead to a match. Roxanne comes out and kind of, I did not realize, because I've been seeing Miss Jackson quite a bit, that this was her first match on NXT. So she kind of got thrown to the wolves on this one, because they've got the angry Roxanne, the prodigy. But yeah, she comes out and she's kind of strong now. Miss Jackson does get a few moves, and of course she has Lash Legend on the outside, but about Jakar's best move was like a spin kick under the bottom rope. She was laying on her side and kind of spun herself and hit Roxanne one time, but that was kind of the best showing for her, because in the end, Roxanne puts the crossface on her. But now Lash does stop a paparacas, whatever Roxanne's move, and she gets thrown out of there, and then a couple more minutes of butt whooping, and then the crossface. So yeah, they go from that match to the actual soap opera. It's the Thea, JC Jane, and that other lady. And they're talking about how JC and that other lady messed up her deal with her date, her Valentine's date with Mr. Riley, and of course they bring Kiana James and Izzy Dane over to join in on the apparently the loser bashing. So call them all losers. Chase U losers. Then a little spot with the Good Brothers and the champs with Braun and Baron, the Wolf Dogs. They kind of say that pretty much if the champs survive Chase U, then OC is waiting. So they kind of put their spot out there, I guess you could say. All right, I just wanted to make sure I had this Luca Crucifino. I think I said that right. I'm not sure, but I think I said that right. They've got him going up against Dijak. And oh, wait a minute, before they actually have the match, they show the no quota, or the quarter catch, whatever, those Gulak and the guys warming up, and Dempsey is doing a modified kind of version of something that the old Iron Sheik used to do, the territories. He used to have these Iranian exercise, like dumbbells that he worked out with, and Dempsey was kind of doing that, but back to the actual match there. Luka actually surprises me in this match. He is ready for this match. Now, he is in dress shoes. Okay, he's in dress shoes. But I gotta say, he looked good in this match. I mean, he really took it to, Dijak, man. At one time, towards the start of the match, he kicks or throws whatever it was, Dijak, out of the ring. And Dijak goes flying over the desk and almost takes out Booker T. And it was really, I mean, it looked really good. Dijak was selling. And Luka, as I said, presented himself really good. I like some of the moves. He has definitely been in training and taking it in. Eventually, he's going to get a big boot, like Dijak's version of the go to sleep and get the win. But man, the match is, I gotta say, this is another match to go back and watch, man. I'll tell you if it kind of is not up to par, or if it kind of sucks. But this has all been really, really good. And after the match, you've got Gacy is going to run out in a straitjacket. I mean, what else could you ask for? A debut match, as far as I know. I believe it's his debut match on NXT. Dijak does get the win, but you've got Gacy in a straitjacket coming out to jump on him. And then you got Tony D doing a little spot saying to somebody, it's like, go get him. And I don't understand what that was, but I always like Tony D spots. But but in the end, the Luka has a crowbar. He's still laid out, and Gacy and Dijak are fighting their way back towards the back. But you see Luka in the corner putting a crowbar back. Maybe we'll see. Maybe we will see. But from there, you've got the ladies champ getting out there, Lyra, and she had made a promise to Tatum Paxley, and she starts off with to get well to Shotzi. And Shotzi's been kind of, injury prone. I don't know if it's, I know those, all the athletes are, the superstars are really into cardio, and they've got to be and everything. But sometimes you want to tell some of these people they need to eat a sandwich. You need some good solid food, and you put some weight on you. But that's just me. But anyway, yeah. So apparently, the champ has pulled it off to where there's going to be a tag title match coming up with Lyra and Tatum going against the Kabuki Warriors for the tag team belts. It was kind of a big deal. Tatum's all happy. They're playing it up really good, and everything seems fine. And well, then another kind of twist to this show. Ridge Holland. All right, Ridge Holland comes out of nowhere and politely comes out there and tells the ladies, kind of get out of the ring. He does it in as polite a way as you can tell somebody to get the heck out of here. But he gets on the mic, he gets on the stick, and he's going through a tirade. He's going through about how being provoked and how it's not his fault, and da-da-da-da. And then the lights go out, and we have a debut of a new NXT star. It's the chairman. It's Shawn Spears. He is actually back in WWE. So, expanding the roster a little bit, bringing on some good talent. I've never had a problem with Spears, so we will see, where that goes. But hey, kind of a big announcement. And as I said, the show has been really, really pretty good right now. I mean, and they've got a little spot with Well, Obafemi is trying to find out who's going to be his next opponent. Well, turns out it's going to be old Jensen, because he comes up and said he whooped on Briggs and he's ready to whoop on somebody else. So, and you know what? I didn't realize how tall Jensen is, because I know Finney is a pretty tall guy, and so they were, as far as height-wise. Now, weight and girth, well, we won't see, but we will see them fight next week. So, yeah, not so bad there. Not so bad. And they go from there. Well, you've got Lexis King. You've got the King out there going against Von Wagner with Mr. Stone. And, this all stems back from Lexis coming out there and saying what he did. So it was, he's talking about Stone's kids, and they went through that whole ordeal. So this was kind of like a revenge match for old Uncle Von. But what happened here is, Lexus portrayed this ideally, because he came out, and of course he's going against a giant. So what do you do to a giant? You chop him down like a big redwood. So that's kind of what he does in the match, man. He really goes after the legs. He goes after one leg, of course, and isolates it and really works on it, and it works. The match looks good. I like everything that's going on. They've got Stone getting involved a little bit, and then eventually they're going to be on the outside, and Von gets shoved into Stone, which puts Stone down, which means Lexus is going to get up and eventually pull this match off. You would think. But no. Von ends up winning the match even after that. So it was a good little angle there. But now Lexus, they're building him. So he just got beat. So what's he going to do? He's going to jump on him. And he does a great job. He throws down on Mr. Stone, lays him out, and probably the worst thing I saw from Von in a while is he kept looking over at Stone when Lexus was standing over him. He should have, if you're going to crawl to him, do whatever you're going to do, but that kind of looked a little funny, but it was okay. It was okay. And then, they do a little promo spot with the Kabuki Warriors, talking about them taking on Lyra and Tatum. We got Gigi Dolan getting into it with Jada Parker from OTM. So they get out and get a match to come up. But in the process, they bring Ariana Grace into the storyline. And, she does what I'm sure she was asked to do, but just kind of weird. So you're going to have the match come up, of course, with Gigi and Jada Parker, because the GM, Ava, says so, because they got into a little argument up in the office. And the match between Gigi and Jada, not so bad. No scripts, no Reggie. Just the girls out there. But man, I gotta say, Miss Parker looked good, but Gigi did a pretty good job in here. But then Ariana Grace comes out, and she's kind of a distraction for both. But Gigi puts a little thump upside her head, which distracts Gigi, of course, and makes kind of a good win for Jada Parker. So you know where that's leading. Miss Grace has now put herself in the middle of everything. So hey, maybe we'll see how good she is. She hadn't, kind of disappointed so far in the ring, so we will see. And then they go from there to Metaphor with Noam and Mensa. and they're kind of trying to figure out who they're going to, because it's this catch crew, this no quarter catch crew. You don't know who you're going to face until the time of the match. Now, I've been hearing this and hadn't really, thought, a great deal into it, but the way they did it at the match, they're all standing there. And then when they asked, pretty much get ready to announce them, 3 of the 4 back up. And that Bourne kid on there is starting to look more like a young Randy Orton with the tats and everything. But they back up. It was kind of cool the way they did. But Noam has been winning a lot of his matches, of course, with got Miss Jackson out there, Miss Legend. You've got Mensa, so it's been distraction. So in this one, the writers kind of took a reverse role with it, because you've got Dempsey is the one that ends up going against Noam. So you got Kemp, you've got Gulak, you got Bourne outside of the ring, causing organized chaos, mayhem. And in the match, it does kind of work that way. There's some distractions. Riley gets up there, so you will have that, find itself into the match. But as far as the match itself, you've got Noam kind of bopping around and doing a little bit of a karate, a jiu-jitsu, whatever, a martial arts style. And then you've got Dempsey, which is a classic English, grappler, technician, per se. And look, Dempsey ends up getting the first pin, and he does it with a simple, which would have been it's hard for me to sit here to try to explain to you. It would have been a simple roll-up, but the way he bridged back just freaking looked awesome. And he just really, really wore it out. And he picks up the first round. But then 2 and 3, it ends up being like a draw. And they're doing the 3-minute rounds, that Heritage Cup rules or whatever like that. But the third round, Noam gets popped at the end of the round. No, or actually at the end of the first round by Kemp, and the ref doesn't see it. And then so they get back in, and in the end, in the third, Noam nearly knocks out freaking Dempsey. So he's kind of almost saved by the bell. And if you get knocked out in this thing, then you're automatically done. So he escapes. But then in the end, it's going to be Dempsey that's going to win this. And it's a big deal, but it's just the way these guys worked so well with each other. They created ring space. And what I mean by ring space is when a guy puts you down on a move and he's going up on the top rope, instead of having to crawl to get to the spot, that kind of looks a little bad. These guys fell. They knew the placement. They got enough room. The guys were able to do their moves. It was a freaking good match. And apparently in the European Cup there, Dempsey had been a runner-up and been close, but hadn't got there. But he wins this. And to tell you the truth, it was it was a surprise to me. I did not see that coming. I kept thinking that, that Noam would pull it off, but no, he does not. So Dempsey has now got the cup, so the no quarter catch crew has got their first accolades, I guess you could say. And then they do a couple little promos. And they got the chairman, Sean Spears, and he kind of gives a good little little promo, kind of creepy, kind of cool. And then you've got Roxanne doing her promo where she's mad. She's just mad. She's just mad at everybody. Everybody getting a chance, but not her. But she had a pretty good little promo there. But in the end, this whole thing has been set up for contract signing. between Dragunov and Melo, because Melo said he ain't coming out unless there's a contract. So he comes out with his security and does his whole thing where he pretty decent with the stick there, but and Dragunov pretty good, and they've got a little table set up, and of course the GM Ava the GM, the wise and experienced GM Ava is there to really hold it down. Anyway, it's going okay. They're going back and forth, but it kind of gets a little mellow, and Dragunov is and so they need to spice it up, and you're thinking, man, this is going bad. This is getting ready to go bad. And then out of nowhere, you got Tony D. Tony D shows up, the Dawn, and he's going to add a little spice to it, and he does. He comes out there and pretty much says that he is the mover and shaker. And then of course Melo says, "Look, man, I will have my security remove you." And then they pull a cool move. Don goes, "Look, you're not the only one that can move and shake, man." And he snaps his fingers, and the security jumps down off the apron of the ring, and they leave. So Tony D wore him out on that one. So now it's just the guys there. And of course, when you get them there, you're going to have some fun with this. Somebody's got to get, something's got to go down. So Tony D gets up, is going to get into Melo, and then Melo pushes Tony D back into Dragunov and knocks Dragunov down. And then Melo, of course, catches Tony D and puts Tony D through the table. So that didn't sound good. But anyway, puts him through the table, and Melo gets to shine because it's him. So yeah, Melo is he don't miss, so that's how they end the show. And so yeah, that would be normally the way it goes, but I had to tape this the day after, Wednesday morning, and I got the news that Ole Anderson had passed away. And I just wanted to send my regards to his family and friends. We got to meet him a couple times as a kid, and I sure hate that a lot of the way some people are going to remember him is some of his last shoot interviews he's done with other podcasters, and he kind of came off as mad at the world, hated Ric Flair, just really kind of angry. And I remember him as being, he was a promoter and he was a great wrestler, and him and Ole, of course, they were part of the Minnesota Wrecking Crew, I guess you could say there, and with Gene Anderson. And I mean, I could go on and on about that, about his history and his lineage, but just wanted to do a little mention there and say that. So other than that, guys, I want to tell you I appreciate y'all taking the time, and we're just going to end it on up here. You know how we do it each week. If you can, get out there and help a shelter or a rescuer if you can, and spay and neuter always. And guys, this is Memphis Mark, and I'm out.
So sure, the holidays are over, but gift-giving season is year-round, right? You always have someone's birthday, you have an anniversary coming up, or that special occasion. That's where LeadingSavingsVault.shop comes in. They've got everything from keychains and sunglasses, furniture, gadgets, home decor, clothing, home electronics, jewelry, anything you'd need for any occasion. And from day one, their team keeps bringing together the finest materials for stunning design to create something special for you. All of their products are developed with a complete dedication to quality, durability, and functionality. And all of their products are backed with a 60-day money-back guarantee. So if you're not fully satisfied, just return it and get your money back. But don't wait. Head over to leadingsavingsvault.shop and get that product that you need for that special someone or just treat yourself. So head on over to leadingsavingsvault.shop.
Thanks for listening to the WWE Podcast. Don't forget to subscribe on your favorite podcast app so you don't miss a show, or head to WWEpodcast.com. And for all of these shows ad-free, head over to patreon.com/WWE Podcast. Until then, we'll see you next time.